Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Into the Void! This is a game between Darktempest and DiscoDiva on Abyssal Reef, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is DiscoDiva. And in the top left side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Darktempest. So a TVZ edition of Into the Void sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Into the Void. Very excited to bring this to you today. If this is your first time seeing an Into the Void cast, welcome aboard. This is my weekly examination of Bronze and Silver League level gameplay. Again, sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Into the Void. So the general idea here is to be entertained, kind of see some weird stuff you don't normally see in the higher level things because there are established build orders and patterns and compositions that players who've made it to Platinum and Diamond and Masters are going to follow. They're going to follow convention for the most part. Although, there are exceptions. Man, that Steven guy's nuts, right? Steven is nuts. But at this level, we get actually crazy things. Look at this. Look at that trophy. It's got a carrier on top of it. That's so cool. That is a cool trophy. It looks like Darktempest has won a trophy at his level of 1 versus 1 play in StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. So that is pretty impressive. This guy, he may not be gold, he may not be platinum or diamond, but he's beat other players at his level, which is something to be proud of, and proudly display that trophy. Okay, so let's see where these players are going to do some weird stuff. He is going Reaper. DiscoDiva is. We don't see a lot of Reapers in this level of StarCraft just because they're hard to control. It takes a lot of micro potential to make these things good. Anyway, what are we looking at here? This is going to be Peace Fan. The description for Peace Fan is, every person who wins an FFA from now on will get a Reaper name. So Peace Fan won an FFA that I cast like a month ago at this point because that's when I stopped taking Reaper names because I had so many. I had so many, you guys. I've come down to maybe 21-ish, 20 right now, which soon I will let you submit Reaper names again. Soon. So heading on out is Peace Fan in a Reaper suit, carrying his Gauss pistol, is going to try to murder some of these Zergy units. And this hatch is done for Darktempest, but he put drones at his natural base. No, you don't put these here until you can protect them. This is why you don't see drones at naturals until a queen's out or until some lings are out, because then these drones, oh, don't fight the Reaper. Don't fight the Reaper. Okay, so this Reaper has 3 kills already. Great job, Peace Fan. Way to keep it going, winning the FFA. Darktempest. Darktempest is getting a queen, but he just went straight to lair. I don't know, man. He's got 2 lings, which is fine. KDA charge thrown down in that mineral line, which is good stuff too. You can kill these lings. I think you can kill them straight up, DiscoDiva. There's only 2 of them. There are only 2 of them. If there were 4, you'd be in trouble. But no. You have this. I think even if he stands there and just straight up fights, well, maybe KDA charge would have to be used as well. He could win that thing. But instead, he goes all the way to the far outer reaches of the universe to run away from these 2 Zerglings. Okay, now there are 4 Zerglings and a queen at the natural base, getting an inject off. Good, nicely done, Darktempest. Nicely done, but rushing lair for Darktempest off of 2 base, and he's going for a 3rd, and he's going for a 3rd. Darktempest, man, he may have lost some drones there in the early game, but he has a pretty good idea of what he's doing anyway. Look at this, a 3rd command center for DiscoDiva as well. These guys are expanding maniacs. Getting a tank, queuing up a Widowmine is DiscoDiva. Not generally okay to queue things up, but if you have to, 1 additional unit probably isn't going to kill ya. Here at the silver level, it's not going to be the difference between winning and losing. Roach Warren on the way from Darktempest. Lings trying to roll on up into this natural base, but 4 Marines are enough to take them down very easily. 2 more Marines joining the battle, 6 of them on the ground. Supply blocked is DiscoDiva, as Day9 used to say when he talked about StarCraft instead of Hearthstone all the time. Probes and pylons, SCVs and supply depots, and drones and overlords. Always be making those things. Always be making those 2 things. Just always be doing it. And I think Darktempest is supply blocked as well. Yes, also supply blocked. 43 out of 44 available supply. DiscoDiva did actually just finish a supply depot or a base or something, because he unsupply blocked himself pretty quickly there. 44 out of 53 available supply. And Darktempest doesn't know. Darktempest doesn't know that he's supply blocked. He's not making any overlords. His base did pop, giving him some additional supply. Maybe he knew. And he is making 2 more overlords right now. With a Spire on the way for Darktempest as well, getting glial reconstitution. So a Roach Muta type thing, which you don't see a lot of. Usually it's mutas with lings and banelings because everybody is fast there, right? They can move around the map very quickly. Or it's Roach Ravager, which aren't as fast, but they complement each other. Roach Mutalisk is just, it's really gas heavy, and they just don't move the same speed. They don't really complement each other all that well, although, I don't know, Roaches are pretty good against Marines in the early game. And if you're planning on dealing with a lot of Marines and the mutas can pick off the tanks, they might work together. They might actually work together here. DiscoDiva walling it up hard, protecting his 3 bases against Zerg Incursion with bunkers, with tanks. He doesn't have anybody units in these bunkers near his 3rd base, but they are an intimidating sight to our Zerg player. Nonetheless, well, that's our Spire. That's our Spire. That's almost done. The lair is complete, which is very wonderful as well. We're looking at 38 to 38 harvesters, which, not bad. Not bad for 5.5 minutes into the game for silver level. Engineering bay on the way for DiscoDiva. He just had a thought. Mutalisks. Mutas are a reality and can be a problem. Widowmine, going across the map, just wanders right past some Zerglings. Nobody's even stopped to say hello in that situation. Burrows the Widowmine outside the ramp leading into the natural base of Darktempest. I'm going to get some damage off. I'm going to predict that this Widowmine will do something in this game. Another Widowmine outside the ramp of his own natural base. And these Lings are going to die. Sending 3 Lings in instead of 4 doesn't make a lot of sense to me, as all 3 of them do get killed. Ling body flying. I love this map. I love Abyssal Reef so much. So very, very much. Fishies moving around because there's someone close enough to see them. Ling is providing this show for us today. Burrow coming in for Darktempest. Is he going +1 flyer attack as well? This is like the fastest teching Silver League game I've ever seen in my entire life. The injects are bad for the Zerg player. They are not wonderful. Doesn't even have a queen in his 3rd base, which is a problem for your macro. You want to have at least 1 queen per base and probably another one for spreading creep, and maybe even more. But 10 mutas in production for Darktempest. Whoa, not macroing that well, but hey, that allowed him to get 10 mutas at 6 minutes and 59 seconds. I don't know if DiscoDiva is ready for this. He has an engineering bay. He is building a missile turret in his main. Thank goodness for that. He doesn't have one at his 3rd base or his natural base at all. He's in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble right now. Widowmine that has killed those Zerglings coming on over, feeling emboldened by his success. Going to try to come in and do some stuff at the 3rd base of Darktempest. And there's really nothing to stop this from happening. There's a queen on the way, but not here yet. No, Widowmine. No. Just kill these drones, man. Why are you trying to kill larva? Your positioning implies you're trying to kill larva or eggs. You can't even kill an egg. Eggs have so much armor on them. Alright, whatever, Widowmine. It's cool. It's cool. You already have a kill, so that's totally fine. Muta, man, 10 mutas is a lot of mutas to handle. This 3rd base could just completely die, except the mutas are distracted. Otherwise, distracted by this shark, possibly. Ooh, another big shark flying across the screen there. Burrow move roaches here. Oh, whoa. All right. This could be interesting. There is a sensor tower up, though, which does reveal burrowed units that are trying to come attack you. So that's good news. DiscoDiva moving across the map with his Marines while the mutas are flying into the 3rd base. Again, the 3rd base is entirely undefended. Don't stop, Mutalisks. Why? Liberator trying to murder stuff here at the 3rd base of Darktempest. Queen actually doing a pretty good job staying out of the defender mode circles of death. Not really enough DPS to kill it very efficiently. Muta's going to bypass, go for the 3rd. Get the 3rd. There we go. They see the 3rd. Now the 3rd is in trouble. A lot of dead SCVs there. There's a single missile turret, which I think could kill all these mutas, considering it is into the void. But no, Darktempest too smart for that. Not going to attack that missile turret. Going to come into the main base instead. Missile turret going to go down. Repair it. Doesn't repair it, but it burns down. SCVs are in trouble, but the 3rd base under direct assault by our friend DiscoDiva as well. Killing the queen, killing all the drones. Roach is coming in with +1 attack. Might be enough to get rid of these dudes, actually. And you know what? There are. The Marines are in a lot of trouble. The Mutalisks are trying to kill yet another missile turret. No, they almost got it. The repair was too good, but just sitting over here by where the SCVs are mining, forcing them to retreat. Possibly flying back into the 3rd base to kill more of these SCVs. This bouncing action's pretty fantastic out of Darktempest here. And he's killed 23 SCVs, lost 12 drones of his own, mostly at his 3rd base, but the Roaches were able to hold. They need something against this Liberator, though. You know what would be fine is these mutas, but they're kind of really far across the map. Darktempest has 2,700 minerals and 900 gas and 2 larvae. This is why you need injects, you guys. This is why you have to inject. Learn inject styles. You can go to Team Liquid and search injection, and it will list 2 or 3 styles that people use. There's really not an official best one, but there are ones that they prefer. I use the spacebar method, or the backspace method, but I've rebound that to spacebar, so it's the spacebar method for me, but it's the same thing. In case you were wondering, get used to going back to your hatcheries at the right time every game to keep those injects going, or at least close to the same time, because you could be here with 7 larvae and a whole bunch of minerals and gas and not anything to do with it. Some corruptors do finally get rid of the Liberator here at the 3rd base. So Darktempest can mine here again, although Widow Mine with 8 kills is a bit of a concern. Not really close enough to hit any of the drones that will be mining, but killing larvae, pretty darn worth it. Killing eggs harder. There we go. Another attempt to kill eggs, very difficult. Very difficult indeed. Roaches, burrow roach, no less. Could be burrowing and picking up some health. That's what a lot of the pros do when they go burrow roach. It's another Liberator, another Liberator. Here at the natural base of Darktempest has 10 kills. So 22 drones have died, 23 SCVs have died. It's 60 to 32 harvesters. DiscoDiva doing it better with the macro style. That's for sure. All right, so Burrow Roach going to try to sneak in. Is that a Planetary Fortress upgrade? It is. The 3rd base will be a Planetary Fortress very soon. The Roaches have a very tiny window in which to make this thing happen. Oh, they got scanned, though. They got scanned. Some Vikings coming over. Dude, if you wait too long, this will be a PF. Waiting too long. Waiting too long. This is our problem with the Darktempest. He just kind of makes a habit of waiting too long. That's a Planetary Fortress now. Much harder to break this. The Liberator sets up shop. Missile turret providing spotting. And getting some nice shots off here. Roaches decide to go for it anyway, man. We are here. We're Burrow Roach. We have +1 attack. We can take you down. Walk your roaches closer. There's the repair. The clutch repair from DiscoDiva, though. And these roaches are in a lot of trouble. This Planetary Fortress just having a field day. Mutas flying in as well, trying to assist, trying to kill these SCVs that are repairing. The roaches are being so distracted, though. Vikings are coming in. Marines are coming in as well. The Mutas taking advantage of the confusion to kill SCVs, which is great, but the Liberators go into anti-air mode. That splash damage is brutal to Mutalisks. The Mutas, they kind of want to fight, but they kind of don't. They keep taking damage, but not really doing any damage. The Mutas are trying to kill more of these SCVs, but again, being chased by Liberators, and there are missile turrets here as well. So low on HP, these Mutas. Oh, there are only 3 remaining here, and we might go down to 2 if any. Nope, all the Mutas are dead. Okay, so all 10 of the Mutalisks are now dead. There are Corruptors, there are Roaches, there are Hydras, more Roaches in production for Darktempest as well. And as predicted, Planetary Fortress has 12 kills and is very much still alive. Some idle SCVs up here for DiscoDiva. Could put them back to work. Could put them right back to work if that's what they wanted to do. Oh, Lurker just accidentally caught that Lurker Den morph here at the natural base of Darktempest. Could be interesting to see some Lurker play. Darktempest needs to drone up, though. He needs to drone up so hard. He only has 41 workers on 3 bases. It's not enough. He really should be going for a 4th base as well, but it's not like DiscoDiva is planning on doing that anytime soon. He's pretty happy with his 3. I don't see any sign of him building another command center anywhere. Anywheres on the map. Oh, it's a hive, though. It's a hive upgrade for Darktempest on 3 bases and 42 drones. That's going to be a rough go of it. It's going to be extremely a rough go, is how I have to explain that. Hydralisk Den is morphing itself into the Lurker Den, as previously mentioned. Cyclones on the way for DiscoDiva. Don't see Cyclones often in the lower level games. I don't know why. They're good. Cyclones are good unit. Can you auto-target lockdown, or has that been changed? Locks in on a target area unit. It looks like it's a manual thing now. Instead of an auto-target or auto-cast, but maybe it's not. Oh, Darktempest is going for a 4th base here to the right of his natural. There's another Liberator. Another Liberator here at the main base. Does already have 16 kills, but the Queen finishes it off with the Hydra's help. And 27 drones have been killed, 34 SCVs, but it's 69 to 35 harvesters. DiscoDiva on fire right now, macro style. He's getting cloak. Is that cloak for Banshee or is that cloak for Ghosts? Cloak for Banshee. On the way from DiscoDiva. All right, so we have on one side of the mat 88 Marines. 88 Marines with +1 attack, no stim, and no combat shield. But they're pretty strong as it is. Going up this ramp, there is a spine crawler, doesn't matter. There's 2 roaches, doesn't matter. These Marines killing it. Tanks. Oh, Cyclone's gonna fight here as well. Good corrosive vials on these Marines, though. Doing all right, man. Hydra Roach, pretty good against Marines that don't have combat shield, as it turns out. Did you not bring your tanks? DiscoDiva didn't bring his tanks either. So they're doing pretty well against these Roaches, the Cyclones are. But that is a lot of dead Marine there. That's a lot of dead Marine. 108 Marines have died so far. And Darktempest manages to hold that thing just barely. Just barely holding. He has 5 Roaches and 2 Ravagers remaining on the ground with a... Okay, there are 6 Hydras, which is pretty good. But wow. Oh, Widow Mine's trying to fire. One does. One doesn't manage to because there is an Overseer with this army. Cyclones, what are you doing? No, 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 no. Cyclone's actually chasing away this Roach a little bit. You could finish that Roach off. You could. There you go. Finishing off a Roach. Maybe getting another one, but decided to run again. Oh, Crows of Bile finishes it off instead. Friendly fire. Friendly fire. Oh, man. Oh, man. DiscoDiva has a 4th base to the left of his 3rd. So pretty much the same expansion patterns for these guys just mirrored across the map like this. Ah, droning up is Darktempest. He's down to 30 drones, so he's like, you know what I need? Probably could use some more workers to saturate that new base that I have. I'm only half saturated at my 3rd as well, which is a problem. And it is a Greater Spire mutation out of Darktempest. Okay, I'm all right with this. I'm all right with going Broodlord. I almost said Guardian. I've been casting a bunch of Brood War. Well, not a bunch, but some Brood War recently, which I'm sure you've seen on the channel. If you're not a fan of it, understood, but there are people that like it, so I've been casting some Brood War. Try to get just something for everyone. Pro games, GM games, lobby stuff, Brood War, team stuff. Whatever you guys requested, I generally try to make it happen for y'all. Try to be responsive to your needs. Responsive to your needs. Changeling trying to change stuff up. Gets exploded by a Widow Mine. That's not an animation you see every day. Changelings getting exploded by a Widow Mine, but that's what we saw. That is what we saw today. Ah, I like this music. Anyways, what else are we doing here? We've got +2 attack, +2 armors done on these Roaches and Ravagers. Pretty good stuff, and going for a 5th base. It's Disco Dave up and to the left of his 3rd. All right, we can roll with this. We can roll with another 5th base for the Terran player. I am a fan of this strategy, but Broodlord's on the way for Darktempest. DiscoDiva doesn't really have anything that's great against Broodlords except for 35 Marines that don't have stim. Wait, yes, don't have stim and don't have combat shield. How? Don't skip those upgrades, ladies and gentlemen. If you're getting this many Marines, if you have 37 and you've lost 113 already, get combat shield and stim. That is, I cannot stress how important that is. It really helps Marines to have that extra HP and the ability to increase their damage done while sacrificing some health, but medevacs are good here too. Oh, you know what else is good with Marines is medevacs. I just realized there were 5 medevacs, but DiscoDiva has 0 currently and is not looking to replace them. So if you have this much bio, get medevacs, replace your medevacs too. I know there's a lot to remember. I know StarCraft is hard. I'm not trying to rag on anyone too much, but it's just things you gotta kind of keep rotating through your mind. What's good with what? What's my composition? What complements the composition? What's my opponent doing? How can I handle that? So that's why scouting is so hugely important here. Man, the upgrades. Darktempest has been really an upgrade king. Has +3 ground armor on the way, ground carapace, and +3 missile attack at the same time. Now, these Broodlords, generally Marines can be pretty good at taking them down if there's nothing to kill the Marines. However, there are lurkers on the ground, there are hydras, there are roaches that are, again, going to be +3/+3. Now, when I talk about Roach Hydra not being great past the 13-minute mark, that's at pro level, when the Marines are going to have full upgrades and the Marauders as well. But in this case, where DiscoDiva is sitting at +1 attack, oh, Combat Shield is finishing. Hooray, Combat Shield is done. And +1 armor is on the way at 18 minutes. It's kind of a different situation. It's a bit of a different type of situation here. Got a Corruptor Overseer ball. Kind of scouting around. Could use Caustic Spray on this command center that is upgrading to a planetary fortress. That is going to be a 6th base. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 6th base for DiscoDiva here. But Darktempest doesn't really show any interest in actually killing it until the Broodlords arrive. Are there only 4 Broodlords? I thought there were more than that. Nope, only 4. Only 4 Broodlords. So going to go ahead and set up shop here at this 6th base and attack it at some point. Does he not know it's there? He doesn't know it's there. He knows it's there now. He accidentally attacked an SCV that wandered in range, and now he's going to try to take it down. But it's a planetary fortress, which means it does pretty well at killing broodlings. You have to protect these Broodlords. Darktempest, if you lose these things, I will be disappointed in you. Greatly, greatly disappointed in you. The broodlings do have +3 armor, which is great, but no attack upgrades, which is not as great. Ah, Marine Marauder here, going to chase this away, but the Broodlords The Broodlords are left behind. They're so slow. No, 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 no. I hate seeing Broodlords killed like this. Oh, it hurts my soul. When they're just unprotected and they're trying to retreat from battle and they're just squishy. And these actually Banshee trying to kill them, but maybe throw rocks at them out your window. They're Banshee pilot. There's a Thor on the ground, and one of the Broodlords dies. One of them dies. Darktempest not producing anything right now. No army units at all. He's got a bunch of Lings. He's got Roaches. He's got Hydras. He doesn't really seem to want to engage in this army at all. Cloaked Banshee here trying to kill some stuff, but Queen picks her out of the sky thanks to the spotting of that Spore Crawler there. And here we go. Marine Marauder, Cyclone, Hellion Tank. Thor, Widowmine here at the third base of Darktempest, going to take it down. And some Burrow Roach trying to get it. There is not enough Burrow Roach to make this thing happen, dude. I get what you're trying to do, but upgrades or no upgrades, popping up in the middle of an army that outnumbers you 3-1, you're all going to die. See all this red and yellow here? It's because you don't have any medevacs. Some Banelings getting made. Do Banelings have speed? Burrowed Banelings here from Darktempest. All right, so 2 bases die in quick succession. Darktempest loses a third base, loses a fifth base that he didn't even really mind from, I don't think. And DiscoDiva going for it, man. He is going for it. Medevacs would be so huge. No, there's Lurkers, and these are low HP units. There's the scan on the Lurkers, and Banelings waltzing out to everything. Oh, no. Oh no, DiscoDiva. Low HP units, not the greatest upgrades. Banelings with +3 armor, hard to kill. Oh, now they have speed. I gotta learn how to cut GIFs. I gotta get a program that lets me get GIFs and throw this on my Facebook page, because that was probably one of the bigger Baneling hits I've ever seen in my entire life with slow Banelings. That was incredible. Just incredible. Resources lost. 17,000 for the Zerg player and 19,000 lost for DiscoDiva. 169 Marines have died. 17 Marauders. I mean, it's just a lot of things have died for the Terran player. But his macro's better. That accomplishes a lot, man. He's got 6 bases. Working on a 7th on the top side now at 22 minutes. Darktempest essentially on 1 base that is mining at this point in time, and I just don't know if he can make this thing work. The Baneling hits were massive, but what he has left over are 3 Broodlords, 10 Roaches, 11 Corruptors, a Lurker, and 3 Queens, with 4 Hydralisks. It's just not enough. It's just not enough here for Darktempest. I don't see him winning this game. It's just macro is all it is. Didn't have enough bases. Still doesn't have enough bases. I mean, it has 2,400 minerals in the bank. Could expand 5 times here, where the Terran player is a little bit too afraid to move out and make this thing happen, but knowing when to expand, it just takes a lot of time. Does he not know these Corruptors have Caustic Spray? He might not know these Corruptors have Caustic Spray. 7th base is forced to be shut down by these 3 Broodlords. Mind you, 3 Broodlords in the sky. He could turn 3 more of them into Corruptors with the money that he has in the bank, but really wants his Corruptor count high for some reason. I don't know. I guess he's protecting the Broodlords with them, but seems weird. Seems weird. The Broodlords are slowly edging their way to this third base of DiscoDiva, which is essentially mined out. I mean, there's gas here, but the minerals are gone. Building additional missile turrets against Broodlords is not going to help. It is not going to help, as it turns out. Missile turret dies. Sensor tower dies. Broodlings kind of putting themselves into a corner here. Cyclone's coming in. Hellbat's coming in as well. Cyclone's not using their lock-on ability, but the Marine count... Oh, they have Stim 2 and +2 attack, but the Broodlords pulling back to a place in the air where they can't be hit by ground units, and they could have shot down some Broodlords, or some Broodlings, to chase after them, but whatever. Oh, more Banelings here from Darktempest. He's going to try to roll in with his Banes and kill this base that's already mined out. No, no, no. Kill this one. Kill this 5th base that is still happily mining. Does he not know this exists? He does know it exists, but it's hard to get to, as there's rocks protecting it, as there's another planetary fortress protecting the way to that one. I don't know. I don't know if he can do it. Meanwhile, moving out is DiscoDiva. He's like, you know what? Fine. You Broodlord my stuff. We're going to base race this. I'm going to win. I am going to win. Oh, he's got medevacs too. He's got 2 medevacs for his, well, like 60 Marines. Okay, so, and by 60 I mean 71. 71 Marines getting Neo Steel Frame, increasing the number of units you can put inside a bunker and load inside a command center, which Alrighty then, sounds fine. So Broodlords are here taking down these missile turrets at third base, but the army is waltzing its way on up this ramp. And again, it's not great positioning for the Terran army right here, but it's just too much stuff. The stim, the Baneling's getting killed this time before they can hit much of this. This Lurker man has 9 kills and is actually having a great day. Do you not have scan available? Oh no! This Lurker's too effective! It's too effective! Baneling's finishing everything else off, and suddenly a 33 kill Lurker holds off a 70 Marine army with Cyclone support and Marauder support as well. You got me again, says DiscoDiva. Yes. Yes, DiscoDiva. Attacking up a little narrow choke like this is generally bad. You also really got to keep an eye out for Lurkers. 30 kills and 33 kills on these Lurkers. +3/+3, not messing around. Not messing around. Broodlords throwing down fire on DiscoDiva's third base. Missile turret on fire. I mean, Planetary Fortress having a great time killing stuff. Has 41 kills, which is nice. You know what's really good against Broodlords is Vikings. Vikings are really good. Pro tip from Falcon Paladin: if your opponent's killing you with Broodlords, get Vikings. That has been a pro tip from Falcon Paladin. Marines, Hellbats, Medivacs trying to fly in here and do something about this. The Marines going for that stim action. Stimming on in, getting one of the Broodlords, another of the Broodlords, but there are burrowed Banelings here, and oh, the Banelings unburrow, and everybody dies. Okay, not everybody, but most people are dead now, as it turns out, but also all of the Broodlords except for one. Darktempest is gas-starved at this moment in time because, again, he doesn't have any mining bases. He's replanting his third. He's in trouble, man. He's at 1,200 minerals and 16 gas. Meanwhile, DiscoDiva is at 4,000 minerals and 1,100 gas. But he's making stuff. He's getting upgrades. Look at him. He's trying to spend his money. He's doing his best. Additional barracks would be useful. Additional factories would be nice as well. I mean, if you're finding that all of your production facilities are working all the time and you're still increasing in money, just make more production facilities. Put them somewhere. Put them all on a hotkey and make this thing work. I noticed, yeah, I got your barracks on 5, got your factories on 6, and your starports on 7. Perfect. Perfect hotkey set up there. Just make more of them. Another base on the way for DiscoDiva along this left side. Is that his 7th or his 8th? He's got another base up at the top as well. All right, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 8th and 9th bases under construction right now on far opposite corners of the map. I don't see how Darktempest wins this thing. I really don't. Oh, Viking production finally begun for DiscoDiva right now. Moving out with round 4 of an attack against the Zerg. This time, perhaps prepared for Lurkers at the top of the ramp. I'd like to believe that he is. There are Thors. Thor's pretty good against Lurkers, doing pretty good damage against them, but also taking bonus damage from them as well. So, oh, Banshees. Banshees could finish off the Lurkers. All right. I'm liking this very much. Do you have scans available? Do you have any energy on an orbital command somewhere? You do. You have energy on an orbital command somewhere. If you do not scan going up this ramp, there's the scan. DiscoDiva ready, but he's running out of time. The scan doesn't last. No, 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 no. Get the Lurkers. The Lurker den is... All right, priority target for Cloaked Banshees is a Lurker den. They got it. They got it. Vikings flying in to get rid of this Overseer. This is going to be the final push for Darktempest. I don't see him coming back from this one. Even in the teeniest, tiniest way. Creep Tumor's dying. There's another scan. Lurker's getting focused down by the Banshees. Coming up anyway. Lurker dies with 33 kills. Wait, the scan's out. No, he's getting more kills, you guys. 39 kills. 43 kills. 45 kills. 47 kills. So wounded and weary, DiscoDiva's army coming up to kill this main base of Darktempest. He's going to take it down, this Lurker man. 47 kills on that Lurker, and that's it. And okay, you win out of Darktempest. Darktempest is defeated, and DiscoDiva is victorious in 29 minutes and 13 seconds. Ho! That was a fun one. That was a fun edition of Into the Void, man. A lot of stuff we could point out to fix. Some really funny moments there as well. Man, Banelings can be really effective or really terrible. And Into the Void, it turns out. And yeah, medevac count just needs to be higher. It just has to be higher. You have 5. No, you lost 5, and you have 3. Like 8 medevacs in a 29-minute game is just not enough. Just not enough. And this Lurker ends the game with 47 kills. Hall of Fame Lurker, to be sure. 27,000 resources lost for the Zerg player, but a full 30,000, 31,000 almost for DiscoDiva. So usually Terrans are more efficient in TBZ if they win, but DiscoDiva just out-macroed the Zerg. The Zerg's injects weren't good. The Zerg's expansion timings were bad. I mean, total number of drones made in this game, lost 68, ended with 15, was 70 in a 29-minute game where he lost drones a lot throughout it, which means he wasn't replacing, he wasn't increasing that drone count, and it just, if you can't make an army, you're gonna lose in StarCraft. It seems simple, but it's true. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Into the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Ashamed by what you have done. There is no redemption, and so you must run. And it's taken your heart and broken your soul. You cannot go back until you're made whole. And you're running into the void. Searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, there's a light upon you, and you follow it on, looking for a reason and a way to atone. All around you, the planets and stars, you're lost in a maelstrom of a great new unknown. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, ocean, into the void. And you're running into the void.